Hope is the last thing that dies in men. Francois de la Rochefoucauld? Anyway, I love this quote and puts into perspective the most important thing that we're going to talk about today: hope. Until people exist, there will be a marketplace for selling hope. And that's exactly what the self-help industry is doing, making billions on selling dreams and skills that you're supposed to acquire in order to have your dream life or to discover the secret of becoming extremely rich. Just to be clear, I'm a huge fan of self-help. Actually, part of this channel is dedicated exactly to that. I just want to point out a few of the difficulties that I've had and the dangers that I've faced and that you might be facing too without even realizing it. I cannot even count the number of Gary Vee videos that I've watched or the books on visualizations, for example, that I've read. And every time I complete a book, there's this sense of achievement that I've done something right, I've been productive, that I will be 1% better after that. Knowledge is power, and the more I learn, the more I'm going to learn. But is it really so? I think that actually applied knowledge is power. If I continue reading book after book or attending seminars or watching videos and I don't apply anything that I've learned, is this really productive? Am I going to become better? Or this is some kind of genius procrastination technique of my brain that is getting me away from actually getting the job done? I think there is something extremely addictive in self-help. We all have our insecurities, we all have our hopes, and there's always someone out there that is better than us and knows more than us and can share, these really big secrets that he knows that we don't. And when we read his book or watch the video, and bam, that's ready. We're already going to be better, and magically everything that we wish for is going to appear in our lives in no time. I cannot hide it, guys. I was personally also quite addicted to self-help at some point. Every free minute that I had, I was watching a video or I was listening to a book, and I was really believing that this is changing my life. And probably to some extent it was, but after a while I started seeing the patterns, and actually every successful person talks in one way or another about exactly the same thing, that if you want to achieve anything, just get up and fucking do it. It's really that simple, and that was like a wake-up call for me. There is no holy grail of self-development that you're going to discover and magically everything will happen in your life. You need to put in the hours, you need to do everything you can in your power and persevere in order to achieve it. We've talked about this like thousands of times. And when you think about it, in many cases, we don't really need anyone to tell us what needs to be done. Deep down inside us, we know. For example, if you want to lose weight, we all know that you need to fix your diet and you also need to start exercising. It's simple as that. And the moment I realized that, I drastically decreased my reading and watching habits on self-help. Actually, I have decreased my self-help video consumption to a minimum, and I listen to books on two very specific occasions. The first occasion is when I'm feeling down and I'm working on a project but I'm demotivated or I'm tired, I might be considering quitting, and I really need just a kick in the butt. And when I read a book, I feel like other people face the same issues and I just need to persevere. So a self-help motivational book really fits this type of environment that I'm in. The second occasion is when I want to acquire a new skill, for example, gamification or breathing techniques, or maybe personal finance, but I also limit my consumption because, on a specific topic there are a lot of books, if we take personal finance for example, But I try to read one or two and then just start doing whatever I need to do, because all the other books pretty much say the same thing and I don't want to get into this loophole of just reading. I really want to get the knowledge and start applying it. And that's the key thing, to start applying, because I think this is the productive part of self-help. Unless you put in the hours to work on yourself or on a given project, you're just procrastinating your life, basically. I really believe this. A while back I was reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and I couldn't stop comparing myself with the author. I really like his story and I relate to it quite a lot. The book is not so big, so I couldn't stop asking myself, was I going to be able one day to write a book like this? Was it going to be successful? What will make me more successful than him? And so on and so on and so on. I do exactly the same when I read a biography, for example. How the hell did this guy or girl pull this whole thing off? And am I going to be able to face the same obstacle and overcome it? I kind of put myself in their shoes and just think about it. How would I react to it, and will I have the positive outcome that they had? The truth is that this is very dangerous. We all work on a different time frame. Some people make it in their 20s, some people don't succeed until they're 50, some people have been successful all their life, and then at 60 they realize that they need to do something completely different with their life. That will make them feel complete. And although I realize the whole thing that I just said, I can't stop comparing myself, and right now I do this quite a lot with other YouTubers that I admire. I get inspiration from them, but I also ask myself, will I be able to do this or replicate their success or anything else? And I've been struggling with this. The one thing that pulls me out of this comparison mode is a quote from one of the thousands of Gary Vee videos that I watched. And that is, you are your own niche. And I love it because it's a fact. Everything that you are going to do, you cannot do exactly the same what other people did. And that's what makes this world so beautiful and unique, and will make us actually even happier if we try to do the best version of ourselves using self-help. And that's pretty much everything for this video, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what are your thoughts, what are the dangers that you have faced, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!